everyone you love. They're gonna die.
Crisis on Earth X, the two-night crossover event, starts Monday, November 27th on the CW.
Hey guys, Ben here, and welcome back to another video on the Arrowverse crossover, so about Crisis on Earth X, which is going to be coming out in a week or so. So it's coming out on November 27th, it's starting on Supergirl at 8/7 Central on Monday. Then obviously Arrow has changed just for this special day on the 27th, and it's actually going to be at 9/8 Central, so right after Supergirl. And then the next day is obviously The Flash and Legends at the normal time. So they just released about 50 odd photos, so I've picked like maybe the top 25-30 most interesting photos that they actually released, and I'm going to be going through them, you know, photo by photo. And you know, I'm not going to go into super deep analysis apart from a few of the suits and stuff, and you know, a few theories. I'm just going to be skimming over it really because there's so many photos, and we're going to be breaking it all down. So I'm going to have my Justice League review up probably about an hour after this, because, you know, I was supposed to release that, but then this came up and I was like, oh my god, I've got to make a video. So the Justice League video is going to be coming out very soon. Sorry that I haven't been able to space the videos out that well today. It's just due to the fact that the Justice League video actually took such a long time to actually record because it's a lot longer. So before we get into it, remember guys, I'm giving away a DCTV Arrowverse crossover video from last year. All you need to do is subscribe and leave a comment down below to be entered into that, so be sure to do that. And also I have my Twitter giveaway, which is for Wonder Woman Justice League Funko Pop, so go to the Twitter link if you want to be entered into that. So right onto the video, I don't want to waste too much time. So in the first photo that I've got, these aren't necessarily chronological throughout the whole crossover, they're just what I've got them saved as, and we get to see our first look at Oliver. So it's confirmed now that Oliver is the evil Arrow behind the suit. So we've seen him from behind the scenes, but obviously it was a stunt double playing him. So we've actually got full-on confirmation that Oliver and Kara are going to be playing their doppelgangers from Earth X. So Oliver looks absolutely awesome. His suit is literally a replica of his suit. It's all black and it's got red streaks around it, and it's very monotone and very sinister, and I'm really liking it. And it does look like he's in Star Labs right now, so it could be Earth X Star Labs, so we don't know, because we know we're going to Earth X, so it could be there, but for now we don't know that. But he looks very evil and very sinister. I love the use of the red on the black. It is like a total switch around on the Green Arrow, because green's a very light color and it's associated with like grass, and red's associated with blood, so he's the opposite. So I really like that. So moving on to the next photo, we get a few shots of all the team members, and a few of these photos are actually within the Wave Rider, and we get to see in this photo Killer Frost is obviously herself, so she's Killer Frost, and it seems like she's in control. So Caitlin somehow got control by the crossover, and she's able to, you know, withstand that power within her. And Supergirl is next to her, and also Felicity, and then we see the Ray behind, Alex, Mr. Terrific, The Flash, and I'm just so happy that Killer Frost is in it, you know, and especially with Supergirl, because I think they will make an awesome team up. Supergirl is my favorite female character in the DCTV universe, and then obviously Killer Frost is my favorite Flash character on the show, so I'm so excited to see them team up together. And then we get an awesome shot with the whole team, excluding a few members like Killer Frost, Supergirl, just like a massive team up photo, because obviously they can't, you know, include everyone in every shot. But I think they're going to do one shot, it's been said, with all the cast members. So in this shot we get to see Zari's new suit, and that's really cool. We get to see Black Canary, Citizen Cold, Heatwave, the Atom, Green Arrow, Citizen Steel, the Flash, White Canary, Wild Dog, Vixen, Mr. Terrific, and Alex Danvers. So it's great seeing Alex in there. I just get so happy when I see Alex, because she's my favorite character on the Supergirl show, apart from Mon-El and obviously Supergirl. And so in this other Wave Rider shot with all the team members, you can see most of them, so it's just a small segmented shot. So I wonder how in the crossover they're actually going to, you know, portray all these characters in such a big way, and, you know, and actually be able to develop on their storylines. So we get our first on-screen look officially of the Ray, and our first face look. So we get to see him. He looks pretty cool, even though the photo he does kind of look a bit dopey. That's just the photographer taking the photo while they're actually shooting. And we get a full Wave Rider shot, and it does seem like this is for promotional purposes because they're all there, you know, doing their superhero stances. You can see Supergirl has her arms like this, Green Arrow's normal. A lot of the characters are smiling into the camera, so it does seem like they're actually posing for that. And oh my god, guys, I was freaking out when I saw this. Melissa Benoist as Overgirl, she looks scary as hell. I'm really digging that suit. That suit is definitely the best suit out of all the villains. I like Oliver's. I think the Reverse Flash Earth X one isn't too good. It's just a copy of the Reverse Flash suit, and this Overgirl suit looks damn good. She looks so scary. Like, come on guys, she looks so intimidating. If you saw her in the street, you would be scared. Considering her powers, she's going to be really powerful, and she's going to be coming against our hero, so I'm so excited to see Dark Melissa Benoist, because when she was the Red Kryptonite Supergirl, she did an awesome job. And I just can't wait to see this dark version of Kara. You know, this is my favorite shot within the promotional photos, because, you know, we get a proper good look at the suit. And the suit actually looks a lot better, because from behind the scenes photos we didn't actually get a proper good look, and now the suit looks really well made, and I just love everything about it. And there's some really sinister shots, and her walking through with all the stormtrooper soldiers next to her, she just looks badass and scary as hell, like she's about to kill someone, so I wouldn't mess with her. In another shot we get the Ray, Win, and Citizen Cold. It's been revealed. So my theory is that because the Ray is in normal clothes here, he could be on Earth X still, and Citizen Cold we know is going to be coming from Earth X most likely. And do you guys think maybe that this couldn't be our Win? Do you think this is Earth X Win working with the Freedom Fighters? Like, is he their tech support? I think something like that would be pretty cool. And Win doesn't normally have a beard, so that's what's initially making me infer that it's not our Win, because he always shaves. So moving on past the more dull monotone stuff, but you know, it's super intriguing, to a more happy light tone where we get to see Kara and Barry, our favourite on-screen friendship, actually get to develop. So they're talking to each other, and I've got to admit, I just love the Supergirl Flash crossovers, and this picture gets me so happy because they're my two favourite characters in the DCTV universe, and it's just so good. So we get a few wedding photos with Barry and Iris actually getting married at the altar, and then we get a few shots of actually Stein, Sarah, Harrison Wells from Earth 2, Kara and Alex all together, and it's just great seeing them all. And then obviously we get Oliver, Cisco and Barry all standing up there, so obviously they're playing a big important part in this, because obviously Cisco is Barry's best friend and Oliver is one of Barry's longest friends and one of his best friends, so it's always great to see that. And then in the next photo we get a bit of a shock. We see Iris in shock and Barry looks like he's totally shocked, so I think this is the start of the actual invasion of the wedding. So we get a few of those shots, and we get a very nice shot of the wedding scene actually playing out, so like when they're about to get married, but you know, it is crashed, and we see the Earth X soldiers roll in. So the stormtroopers, that's what we've been calling them, because they do remind us of stormtroopers, roll in and they actually take over the wedding, and our hero is going to have to fight them. We get to see a shot with Kara, Alex and Sarah, and we know in the scene that Kara's actually going to be chasing after Overgirl, because we know Overgirl's in the scene, so I can't wait for that confrontation between those two doppelgangers. This is what we've been waiting for, guys. This is awesome. We get a full-on badass picture of Sarah and Alex working together, two highly skilled hand-to-hand combat people, with Sarah being an assassin and Alex actually being a DEO operative. So they're highly trained, and it makes sense that they're working together, and hopefully they do continue to do that, because I think that dynamic already really works from just the photos. Like, you can just imagine them on screen together. They would be amazing at kicking ass. So we get a few more shots of the crew outside, and then inside the Wave Rider, another good shot at Zari's new suit. So I'm really digging the suit. The other suit in the Halloween episode was just a homage to her costume in the comics, the white one, and obviously she didn't really like that, so that's just, you know, a homage to that. And it seems like Cisco might be going back to the future, because when we think of time travel and when we think of Cisco, we're like, yeah, he's probably going to go back to the future, because he's a total film nerd. So Cisco does look like he's about to strap up and go fly off, and I'm very excited to see that. Hopefully we get some time travel. And another awesome shot of all the team from a different angle, and it seems like they're being briefed by someone as to the situation. And another shot of evil Earth X Arrow, and it seems like this is our Felicity, because maybe this Earth X Arrow is actually trying to trick Felicity, or it could be Earth X Felicity, we don't know, but potentially this could be her death scene. It could be just a moment of weakness for Earth X Arrow, because maybe he was in love with Earth X Felicity and maybe she died, and maybe that's why we saw the gravestone. But it seems like Earth X Arrow does have some attachments to Felicity, so we'll see what's going on there. And we get a cool shot of Barry, and he's actually being restrained around the neck, and we see this in the next photo with Sarah and Alex, so it seems like that is some sort of device to actually make them, if they try and make a move, they're going to be stopped. So I think that's better than Mind Control, because Mind Control was a bit weak, I've got to admit, as a story arc, because, you know, we didn't actually get a full-on look at our proper characters working together, and a lot of them were just being mind controlled, and I think this is a good idea. So it seems like Sarah and Alex, like I said before, are going to be teaming up quite a bit, always being near each other, so I'm very excited for that. And we get our first official look at Earth X Reverse Flash. So I'm not sure what they're going to be calling him, but in the comics he's called Blitzen, the Earth X Flash, and he's being played by Tom Cavanagh, so he's obviously a version of Harrison Wells. He could most likely potentially be a version of Eobard Thawne, we're not sure, but it does seem like he's very influenced by the Reverse Flash suit, because obviously it's literally the same suit, but they've put a different emblem with the 2 lightning bolts, the sign of the regime, on it. So guys, oh my god, this is one of the coolest shots, and this is so good. We get to see the full-on bad guys, excluding Prometheus X. I don't think Prometheus X is going to be such a big part. I think it's going to be quite a small part, considering how big I think Overgirl and all the other villains are going to be. So they look absolutely menacing, and Overgirl, Melissa Benoist, just looks scary as hell, and she looks very intimidating, like more intimidating than Oliver or the Reverse Flash, and this shot is just so cool. I'm just in love with these villains, and I just can't wait to actually see them on screen. That's going to be awesome. And then we get a few shots of the masked Earth X Arrow, so obviously Oliver Queen, and his mask is very average. I'm not a big fan of that, but the Overgirl mask does look kind of cool. So that's basically it for this video, guys. I've gone over all the interesting photos, and this video is going to be a bit longer, so if you did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a thumbs up, and remember, Justice League review after this in a few hours, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any DCTV or DCEU content in the future. I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Strong, it doesn't make us weak. Tongue tied to service like Shari T.